Do you like exploring? I know I like exploring. So first off, before I even start the video, thank you everyone for hitting 100 subscribers. Means a lot to me, and I'm very grateful for everyone who's been watching my videos. Now, today's video is off the top 5 exploration mods that I think you should add to your 1.20 survival. So let's get right into the first mod, and I'll see you there. This first mod that I added was Zero's Minimap. Most people know this mod because it's a really good minimap mod, and the reason I like it the most is because when you press tab, you can see entities around, see what they are, and it just kind of is really useful. And they have an add-on called Zero's World Map where you can have a full-on world map, which I would highly recommend getting if you're getting the minimap. Now, probably one of the best features about the minimap is the waypoints. Now, if you've never used waypoints before, they're really nice. You can add one, pick a color, let's say light purple. I'm just going to call this beach, and I have caps locks on. I'm going to call it beach. Now, you can set biomes, everything, and you can change where it's located, but I never do that. I always make it where I'm standing. And then now if I walk away, I'll always know where that waypoint is, and this is super helpful in case you get lost really easily. Part of Zero's minimap I wanted to talk about was the caving maps that they have. So if you look at the top left, the lower your Y level or higher it is, it changes depending on which layer you're on, and it lets you see caves, mine shafts, everything so you don't get lost. I'd highly recommend this if you do a lot of mining. Let's get on to the next mod. Next mod I decided to add was the Ultimate Car mod. And this is a server-sided mod, so you will need to install it to your server if you wish to use it. So this mod basically just adds cars, fueling systems, and I actually built this little racetrack over here for the cars, and I wanted to show you how they work. So first off, you're going to need parts. Different cars use different parts. It tells you what you need for each car, and I got this for an SUV. So you like throw in your body, and if you hit spawn, it'll tell you down in the chat what you need. This one takes the big wheels, so I'm going to throw in the big wheels. It doesn't matter where you put them in. And then you need a fuel tank. Well, engine, and then a fuel tank. You don't need the license plate, but I'm gonna add the license plate anyway. So you have to add the holder, hit spawn car. Then if you shift right click your car, you get into the inventory, and you can get your key. And that license plate I had, all you have to do is shift right click and it puts it onto your license plate holder. So now what you want to do is every car starts pre-fueled a teeny bit. So you can also scroll in and out while in this. So what you want to do is go to your key and press R. And you want to hold it. Now, they work like normal cars, so you're going to want to go to a gas pump, and it will tell you that it's ready. So you can open up the gas pump. If it would let me open up the gas pump. Okay, so you don't want to be on the gas pump. I am very bad at this. Just give me a second here.
2,000 years later.
Alright. So now that you're in the gas station, I already pre-fueled this gas station. You do have to make your biodiesel, and then you just hit start, and it will start filling up your car. Simple as that, and now just zip right to when I'm done. Now that the car is done fueling, you just hit stop, and then you can exit the menu, and you are good to drive around till you're almost low on fuel. I would not recommend running out of fuel, because then you can't get to your gas pump, and you have to bring a jerry can over. My other car is in the way, so I'm just gonna go over the railing. So I made this fun little race course. It uses your EXP bar as a speedometer, but you can press H to honk your horn. And this is just a really fun mod for just going around and exploring. So let's get on to the next mod. Next mod I decided to add was Immersive Aircraft. So I have a bunch of upgrades here that I grabbed from the creative menu, and they go for the aircraft that I've set up over here. So this first one is the quadcopter. Now they work on their own keybinds, so you can press space to go up, shift to go down, W and ASD to move around. You can't scroll like the other mods to zoom in and out, but this is the quadcopter. It's really good for just building, not really for transportation. There's not really storage, but you can fuel it with coal. Press R to dismount, and it slowly turns off, which honestly, I kind of like this mod a lot. These are the airships. The other one works the exact same. It just has a lot of storage, and I'd have to change my GUI scale to see the storage. They're going to be adding weapons soon. I don't know when, but you can throw in your like hull reinforcements, your propellers. You can dye it. I just made this little creeper banner, but these are really slow and easy to maneuver. Really good for when you have to transport lots of items, especially the storage one over here. I'll hop into that one really quick. So this is the cargo airship. It's the exact same as the normal airship, but as you can tell, it has a lot of storage, and my EMI menu is overtaking the storage. This one's really good if you're like moving bases. Now, this one right here is the one that I kind of like the most. It's not the best they have, but it's the Gyrodyne, if that's how you pronounce it correctly. And this one you have to pedal, so you have to hold W, and then once you get to 100, you can press space to start going up. And this one is a lot faster. These aren't hard to control. Now it is like you have to kind of get used to it, but it's worth getting these. So let me land it here really quick. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the biplane. Now, this thing is crazy. Let's throw in just a bunch of upgrades. So let's do wind effect. So now, the biplane, you have to have a runway, and I built this nice runway out of the car mods asphalt. So I gotta remember how to start. Yeah, space. And then you just go forward, keep holding space, and then pull up. Now the biplane does work like a biplane, so if you like stall in the air, you're gonna fall. Or if you're an idiot like me and you landed in the water, the plane is just gonna die. So that's it for the immersive aircraft. I highly recommend this mod if you're just traveling around your overworld. Maybe even the end. I could see how this would be helpful on the end islands. So let's get on to the next mod. Next mod I decided to add was for ocean exploration. It's called Small Ships. It is also a server-sided mod, like pretty much everything except Zero's minimap so far. It has cogs, brigs, and galleys. So basically you just put your boat in the water. They only really take wood and wool to craft. You right click and you can press R to open your sail. And then you just get going. This can hold, I don't know how many people these can hold, to be honest, but they're super easy to drive. They're really good for exploring the oceans. Let me go get back up here really quick, and I'll show you guys the other boats and some other feature. So one thing about these boats, specifically the galley and the brig, you can hold a lot of cannons on them, which I have set over here. So you can grab ship cannons. You're going to want cannonballs. And for this, I'm just going to use the galley because the galley has rows. It has oars, sorry. So you can just row your boat instead of having to put your sail down. This one's a lot easier to drive. I don't know how many people it can seat, but it holds enough. So what you want to do is you want to shift right click. Sorry. Yeah, just right click with your cannons, not shift right click. And then shift right click or press E when you're sitting down to open the inventory and just put in your cannonballs. Now you want to be driving the boat. I like to zoom out with my scroll wheel for this. Aim your cannon that you want to shoot, look at it, and then press and hold space. And you can shoot your cannons. And the more you look down, the lower they shoot. The more you look up, the higher they shoot. Kind of. Yeah, like that. There we go. And it's just really fun. You can have like a whole pirate thing going on in your friend group, or like what I do is I use them for storage when I'm traveling over oceans. I'd highly recommend this mod for people who like to explore. And let's get on to the next mod. This next mod that I added doesn't really have much going on. It is a mod that I really love using, but I decided to have a little fun in my house, and I built this little secret basement. Press the button and you can go down. Now, this mod, all it does is it adds a different loot table to Minecraft. So I have to go to an ice lake to show you. So this mod is called Rare Ice. I set this up, but so what it does is it lets you place items in ice, or you can find items in ice. Like all these items over here, I did not put in here. All you have to do is break the ice and you just get random loot tables. It could be really good, really bad. You can find bones, diamonds, emeralds, whatever. And it's just a really great mod. So now let's head back home and go talk about the final mod, also known as the honorable mention of this video. The honorable mention of this video is the first person model mod. All this does is add a first person model, which I really like, especially with not enough animations. Now, this is client sided, so you can use this without everyone else having to use it. And all it does is just add animations and stuff like you saw with me climbing the ladder, with swimming. I don't think they have any falling animations. I know they have crawling, but if I go swimming, you can see when I'm in first person, I actually swim. And it's just super fun mod to have. Doesn't really help with exploration. I just thought I should mention it. Thank you everyone for watching, and once again, thank you for letting me hit 100 subscribers. This is like my first milestone on YouTube, and I'm really glad people are starting to acknowledge my existence a little bit. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.